Swift.
Thank you so much for joining us on Maruti Suzuki Arena presents ESPN Cricinfo Match Day as we're building up to the game in Kolkata. One side you have Pakistan, the other side you have Bangladesh, and joining me in studio to talk about it is Steve Harmison. Also joining us from Pakistan is Urooj Mumtaz. Good to see the two of you with us. So tell me, Urooj, realistically, how are you looking at Pakistan's journey now in the World Cup, given the fact that you might have lost that last game, but there were more positives than negatives in that last game?
It's probably the best show that they've put up so far. They obviously hit their straps with the ball. The batting was obviously better as well, and it was more the character which they showed on the field. There was much smarter decisions from Babar throughout the game. The team looked more collective in terms of putting up a fight. They were much better in the field, and they looked a different cutout. And that's what you get with Pakistan. And when the odds are stacked up against them, they rock up and they look a completely different unit to what we saw them on the 4 losses on the bounce. And so that was really good to see in terms of the state in which they were in before that.
Games happening at Eden Gardens. From what we saw in that only game between Bangladesh and Netherlands, a bit on offer for the Pacers. So Shaheen Shah Afridi, who's looked good now, didn't start in the best of fashion, has been looking good. Haris Rauf, and likes to really come in and do something.
Yeah, I think the one player, you talk about them, I think they're the only team that can trouble Australia for the semi-final spot if they win their games.
You still think so?
Yeah, I still think so.
Because it's up and down, so much up and down.
It's just like Pakistan to go and win the last 3 games to get into the semi-final and play India. It is. It's the way Pakistan do everything. All the outside circus, all the noise that's going around. They win the last 3 games and they come in the semi-final against India. Who's the pressure on? India. Yeah. So they have to keep believing. That is, in Calcutta, you've got the likes of Ralph and Shaheen Shah Afridi especially. Yeah. They're the ones that you'd expect them to stand up. They're the ones that have been standing up. If you look at the bowling, Afridi's got 13 wickets. Haris Rauf has bowled. He really has given everything.
But expensive.
He's been expensive, but from a former fast bowler who bowled quickly, I'm not wanting him to be economical. I just want him to take wickets. I really don't care how many runs he goes for.
Reports are still coming out. Still 50-50 as far as Hassan Ali's fitness is concerned. Let's assume if he's fit, would you still go with Wasim Jr. or does Hassan Ali walk back in for you?
Well, I'd imagine Hassan Ali would come back in, given he was probably the best of the Pacers given up till now. Although Wasim Jr. had a decent outing, but I just feel that with the new ball, Hassan Ali will probably make his way back into the side. Also, I think Salman Ali Agha might even come in. He can obviously bowl off spin and he stabilizes that middle order even that much more. There's also talks around whether they continue with Imam or does Fakhar spring back into the side. I still believe Pakistan has a lot of match winners. It's just about them clicking as a unit. And the belief that they probably would have gotten even more from the close game against South Africa. They win the next one against Bangladesh and there's suddenly a cat amongst the pigeons in that 4 spot, which maybe a couple of teams or even 3 could be fighting for till the last games.
So are you sticking then with Imam over Fakhar Zaman?
Imam's got run in patches. Now, he obviously hasn't made it big. My only concern with Imam is the fashion that he's been dismissed in. It's either been the short one, I think on 3 occasions, and then on a couple of occasions it's been chasing the wide one outside as off stump, which are very typical of Imam's dismissals. And the opening partnership has been a huge concern. If Fakhar is fit, I really wouldn't mind with the pace coming onto the wicket, putting Fakhar back in and Abdullah Shafiq and Imam go in. Fakhar Zaman and Abdullah Shafiq go in, which also almost gives that chance of Pakistan to make use of the power play with a hard new ball with the power play restrictions. It could be more than a gamble worth taking.
I have to ask you about Bangladesh. Shakib Al Hasan in particular hasn't looked like the Shakib Al Hasan, the invincible Shakib Al Hasan, who's possibly, I think, 4th World Cup who's playing.
Yeah, he looks as though he's got other things externally going on around him. That
another team where drama follows them.
Possibly, yeah. The drama's following them. They look as though there's a little bit in-house, no harmony in-house. Yeah. They're a little bit mix and match on sort of finding their sort of their combinations in batting and with bowling. Yeah. They're finding one batter and then wickets going around them, or one bowler's bowling well and carnage is happening from the other end. So there's nobody stood up with a bat really other than Mahamadullah, who's
Yeah.
batting way
Seven.
down. 7 in the order. So, and then you look at the bowlers are travelling. The bowlers really are travelling. If Shakib isn't playing, then that's another tick in the box for, from a Pakistan win point of view.
Steve Urooj, thank you so much for your time. In other words, drama meets drama. Let's just hope we get box office in Kolkata. You're watching Maruti Suzuki Arena presents ESPN Cricinfo Match Day.
Stunning looks, then swift,